I'd like to talk for a few minutes about some of the common mistakes that people make in job interviews. And it amazes me sometimes that people still make these mistakes. So here are some of them. Right off the bat, the first is they show up late. They're not on time. Well, if you don't care enough to be punctual enough for a job interview, you don't care enough to be punctual enough for the job itself. So you show up late, just about guaranteed you're not going to get hired. Here's another mistake that people make. They embellish the truth. They lie or embellish the truth, or they fake it. They make up answers when they actually don't know the answer. You're going to get caught, whether that's in a resume, whether it's in a cover letter, or whether it's just in the conversations you have during the interview. Do not lie, do not embellish, and don't make it up. Be honest. Be who you are. If that's who they want to hire, that's great. And if that's not who they want to hire, that's great too. Because if you make up stuff and they hire you because of those answers, guess what? You're not going to be able to do those things. So be straight, be truthful. Here's another one. Make sure you listen to the questions that are being asked of you and answer them directly. If you're not sure what the question was, or you need a quick second to think about an answer, ask the interview person to repeat it. So you answer the question clearly and concisely. Another common mistake people do is they ramble. They start talking and they go on and on and on. So make sure you know what the question is, answer it concisely and directly, and wait for the next question. You may have a follow-up question. So if someone asks you the question and there's a follow-up to it, you can ask a question back at the interviewer. That really shows that you're engaged in the conversation. Here's another common mistake, is that when someone has the opportunity to ask questions, often the interviewer, I always will, say, do you have any questions of me? And make sure that you have some questions, and make sure that the questions are good ones. Do not ask a question when the answer is obvious. It's amazing how many people will ask a question that the answer is right there on the company or organization's website. Or worse, it's on the wall of the meeting where they're having the interview, such as, these are our core principles, these are our core values. So be clear that the questions that you ask, that you've researched them and the answers aren't apparently available. So you're asking good questions. It shows you've done your homework. You ask bad questions, it shows you really haven't done any homework at all. If you're not prepared, why would I want to hire you? Here's another one. Don't ask about salary, compensation, benefits, all of that. Wait for that to come up in the interview process. It may not come up in the first interview. Leave it. Don't ask the question. You know what? It's for the company or the interviewer to bring it up, not for you. When you start asking about it, it really shows that all you care about is you and you don't care about them. So wait for them to bring up issues around compensation, salary, benefits, those kinds of things. Another mistake is being too humble. Not talking enough about yourself. And the other part of the spectrum is bragging. And so you have to get that nice balance between being too humble on one side and bragging on the other. Just be you, but talk about you and put it out there that these are your strengths. This is what you're good at. Don't be too humble and don't be too braggy. It also amazes me how often people don't dress appropriately for an interview. They underdress, they overdress, they dress too provocatively. They've got too many distractions, bright colored nail polish, piercings, whatever it might be. You want the interviewer to remember you, not your attire, not how you appear. So make sure the dress is conservative. You dress for the part. Do not be way out there. Dress appropriately for the interview. Dress appropriately for the organization, the company. It's amazing how many people don't do that. So those are a number of common mistakes. I hope that you found this useful. Hope you don't make any of these mistakes in your next interview. And have a brilliant day. Thank you for listening.